So dear students, once again, after a gap of a 1 week, we are together here to start with topic number 3, paper number 5, namely transistor amplifiers. Friends, in last topic, we have studied the biasing of transistor, where we have covered why biasing is necessary. If biasing is not done, then what happens to the working of bipolar junction transistor? What is the meaning of stabilization of working of BJT? How working of BJT is stabilized? By locating the position of operating point on the load line. Meaning of stability factor and how stability factor is responsible to locate the operating point and also to stabilize the working of BJT. We also concluded that common base circuit is most stable circuit, whereas common emitter circuit is unstable one, and that is the reason why we studied the different methods of biasing. We have studied fixed biasing method of BJT. We studied emitter or self biasing method of BJT, and lastly we have studied voltage divider biasing method, which is most practically and widely used method of biasing the BJT to stabilize its working. Now we are extending the same aspect further. Once the biasing is known to us, then we can use it as an amplifier. As we already studied that voltage divider bias is the most popular method to bias the BJT. We are using these methods of biasing aspect to work BJT as an amplifier, and that's why we are going to study transistor amplifiers in the topic number 3. Basically, amplifiers are you are well aware with. Whenever we attended the most of the occasions, maybe some inaugural functions or election lectures, elections meet, when number of peoples are more, and then a talk is given to those particular large number of peoples in an open space. Our sound seems to be insufficient to reach to all these audience. Therefore, we are making use of mic. Output of mic is connected to a particular large device that is called as amplifier, where output of amplifier is connected to the speaker. Here the role of amplifier is to pick up the signal from the mic, increase its strength, and then feed it back to the speaker. Speaker converts again amplified electrical signal into acoustic sound. In between mic and speaker, whatever the device it is used, it is called as an amplifier. The students who are attended the lecture last time in the seminar hall, especially for the physics lectures, or even for which the strength is much more, and the student who is sitting at the last bench is unable to listen the sound of the lecturer. So that's why they are going to make use of a device known as amplifier, where there is an improvement of loudness of sound that takes place and it is made audible for all the students. In short, the role of amplifier is to increase the strength of weak signal provided to at its input. That concept we are going to study in this particular topic, known as transistor can be used as an amplifier. Thus, amplifier is a device that increases the strength of weak signal provided to its input. Means it is an electronic circuit whose input possesses the weak electrical signal and output generated by it will be with improved strengthened electrical signal. And the process of strengthening the weak signal provided to input is known as amplification. And the device, the electronic circuit that does the role of strengthening the input signal at the output is known as the amplifier. Obviously, these amplifiers makes use of BJT along with its biasing network. We are going to now study the different types of the amplifiers in this particular topic. But everywhere the role is that to increase the strength of weak signal provided to its input. Weak in the sense, Frederick, do remember that W-E-A-K, it is not W-E-E-K. I think you are following the difference between that particular word. So, to deal with this particular topic, let us plan how to proceed with this particular topic, to be referred as the plan of lectures. Friends, as we have just understood the meaning of transistor amplifier, we are now going to plan how to proceed to complete this particular topic. Almost all we will begin with introduction of this particular topic. Already we have started with the introduction of this particular transistor as an amplifier, by saying that amplification is a process by means of which the weak signal is strengthened, and amplifier is an electronic circuit. Amplifier is an electronic device that increases the strength of weak signal. With this particular aspect, we are introducing our topic. Details we are going to see afterwards. We are planning it now. After introduction, we are going to see what is the basic action of amplifier by using BJT. Almost all we have studied this action in last year. But to begin with this particular topic, we are introducing that also as a basic action of amplifier. By knowing how BJT is going to act as an amplifier, we are classifying the amplifier into different categories. Depends upon various factors. We are going to see the classification of amplifier. After that, we are going to study the analysis of amplifiers which are used in common base, common emitter and also the common collector mode. All these configurations we have studied last time, but only from the point of view of its biasing, meaning of common emitter, common base, common collector, and most probably its output characteristic curves. Now we are studying all these configuration from the point of view of amplifiers, and we are analyzing the same mathematically with DC supply as well as the AC supply. So that's why we can call this as DC and AC analysis of amplifier. Then we are going to study the analyzed these configurations in comparison with each other. That means we are comparing common base, common emitter, common collector amplifiers with each other. Next, we have to proceed for FET as a common source amplifier. We have studied FET as a device in BSc first. Now we are going to study it as an amplifier along with its analysis. Then we are going to start with multi-stage amplifiers. If suppose single stage amplifier has a less gain, and if we are interested to require more gain, then one can make use of multi-stage amplifiers. In that multi-stage amplifier, we are going to study so many types of amplifiers. That is DC coupled amplifier, RC coupled amplifier, transformer coupled amplifier, impedance coupled amplifier, LC coupled amplifier. So out of so many types, whatever which are introduced for your syllabus, we are going to study those. Then a special type of amplifier we are going to study, that is known as a Darlington pair amplifier. Then we are going to begin with the power amplifiers, where almost all in previous section we are using the amplification of the voltage signal. Now we are going to start with how the power level is going to be strengthened by using the amplifier. In that we are classifying the power amplifiers into different categories, that is class A, class B, class C, class D, class AB and so on. Then we are going to study details about push-pull power amplifiers, that is in class A, class B and class AB. After that, by studying details of these amplifiers, we are going to proceed with complementary symmetry amplifier, that is a modification of push-pull power amplifier. At last, we are going to study distortion in the power amplifiers. So these are the articles which we have to cover in the topic number 3, that is known as transistor as an amplifier. So this is what we can call it as plan of our lectures so as to complete topic number 3, that is transistor as an amplifier. Friends, let us proceed further to introduce the meaning of amplifier, which I already started, along with the basic action of amplifier. While studying the introduction of amplifier, we can say that amplifier is an electronic device that increases the strength of weak signal provided to its input. And the process of increasing the strength of weak signal is known as amplification. These amplifiers are used in radio, in tape recorders, in public address system, which I already quoted. That lecture to be given in the seminar hall, lectures are to be given outside the classroom where large number of audience are there. Then we are going to make use of the public address system that includes mic, amplifier and speaker. Then amplifiers are used in transmitters, amplifiers are used in receivers, amplifiers are used in television sets, amplifiers are used in transducers, and they are also used in different recorders. So these applications of the amplifier makes you aware that it is essential requirement of almost all the electronic applications. So now we are going to proceed with how BJT is going to act as an amplifier. Friends, the circuit diagram that represented here is bipolar junction transistor used in common emitter configuration. That is, emitter is common for input as well as output. Input signal is applied between base and that of emitter. So here it is represented input signal which is weak one. It is to be provided as an input between base and emitter for the purpose of amplification, and output is developed between collector and emitter across the load resistance RL, that is equal to RC, between collector and that of emitter, and that output so obtained it is amplified one. If you look at amplitude of the input signal is less than that of amplitude of the output signal. So that's why we can say the strength of output signal is more than that of strength of input signal. That represents to make you aware the meaning of amplification. Friends, here the supply VCC is used to reverse bias collector and base junction as usual, which was studied in BSc 1. Whereas supply VBB, sometimes it is called as a VEE also, to forward bias emitter and base junction. That means input junction is forward biased by VBB or VEE, and output junction, that is collector and base junction, is reverse biased by VCC. When all these adjustments are done, that allows proper directional and proper magnitude of base current to flow the base of BJT. At the cost of that particular base current, emitter current and collector current are also starts flowing through the respective terminals, and that collector current passes through the load resistance RL or RC, which will develop the voltage. This voltage is amplified output voltage rather than that of the input voltage. Friends, in this case what happens is a small change in small change in base current produces very large change in collector current. We know how BJT works. Just to remind you, as the being input junction is forward biased, emitter starts emitting the charge carriers. These emitted charge carriers recombine in the base region, and remaining charge carrier will reach to the collector, which is a reverse bias with respect to base, so as to constitute the collector current. We know all these things which we already studied last year. But if you connect the circuit in this particular format, along with the biasing respective voltages, a small change in base current produces a large change in collector current. This large change in collector current passes through the load resistance RC, and it will develop voltage across the load resistance RL. Hence, we can get amplified output voltage across the load which we have connected. This load may be speaker, headphone, whatever it might be. So this action of BJT, we can call it as, it is the basic action of amplifier of bipolar junction transistor. To go with description aspect, we can say the basic action of amplifier is going to understood by the concept that it makes use of NPN transistor in common emitter configuration and can be used as a basic amplifier. The supply VBB forward biases emitter base junction and VCC reverse biases collector base junction. Both make transistor to work in the active region. As we have studied in the biasing method that to work BJT as an amplifier, its operating point must be adjusted exactly on the center of the load line. And that function is being done by means of an VCC and VBB. The signal to be amplified is AC signal Vs to the input with internal resistance Rs. Rs is the internal source resistance of the input signal to be amplified, with the magnitude to forward biases the input junction irrespective of its polarity. Let RL be the load resistance or RL equal to RC be the load resistance across which we get amplified output VO that is connected to the collector. To proceed further, when no AC signal is applied for the amplification, DC current IC flows through the RL known as zero signal current or quiescent current. If no signal is present for the amplification, we are applied already VBB and VCC. At the cost of that, DC current IC flows through the RL that is known as zero signal current or quiescent current. This keeps the operating point of BJT in the active region as the being input junction is forward biased and output junction is reverse biased. This is because of the fact that as the being input junction is forward biased, it injects the more electrons in the base region and reach more voltage drop at RL in positive half cycle. But in negative half cycle, forward biasing of input junction is slightly reduces, which will reduce this IC, that will reduce the voltage across RL. Now if we apply AC supply, it will increases the forward biasing. At the cost of that, the base current increases. At the cost of that particular increase in base current, collector current increases, which will improve the signal strength at the output. Thus, when small AC signal is applied to the input of the circuit, produces large AC at the output and the circuit acts as an amplifier. When the output voltage is more than that of input voltage, naturally, if you take the ratio of output voltage upon input voltage, we can get the voltage gain of that particular amplifier. So that's how we can say the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage of amplifier is called as voltage gain of an amplifier. This is how the BJT is going to act as an amplifier and the meaning of its voltage gain. Now this amplifier is classified into different categories, depending upon the many factors. Based on the input, means what type of the input that we are applying, that will classify the amplifier into two types. One is a small signal amplifier and second one is a large signal amplifier. Depends upon what type of the input that we are applying. Second one is based on the output, whether it is going to amplify the voltage level or it is going to amplify the power level. Accordingly, there are two types. One is voltage amplifier and the power amplifier. Obviously, voltage amplifier amplifies the voltage, whereas the power amplifier is going to amplify the power or current. Depends upon transistor configurations, which you already studied in the last year. There are three configurations, therefore there may be three types of again amplifiers. One is common emitter amplifier, second one is a common base amplifier, and third one is common collector amplifier. Based on the biasing mode, what type of the biasing we are using, means where is the position of operating point it is located. There are four types. One is a class A, if operating point is located exactly on the center of the load line in the active region. Second one is a class B amplifier, if the operating point is located at the cutoff point. Class A amplifier if the operating point is located well below the cutoff. Class AB amplifier if the operating point is located in between class A and that of class B. These are the four types. This depends upon location of the operating point or based on the biasing mode. Then depends upon nature of the load. Means what type of the load we are connecting. RL depends upon what type of the RL. If you connect untuned load, just simply if you connect resistance, speaker, headphone at the output where no tuning will be done, that is called as an untuned amplifier. It is a wideband amplifier that amplifies which has the large bandwidth. Second is a tuned amplifier. Tuned amplifier has a narrow band is called as narrow band amplifier. It is tuned to the particular frequency. So that's why it is a narrow band amplifier. Depends upon load. Next, depend upon input frequency. Whether input frequency is 0, whether it is in audio frequency range or whether it is in radio frequency range, there are three types. If it amplifies a low level frequency, that is ideally for DC, the frequency is 0 Hz, but some 0 Hz to some Hz frequency, if those are used to amplify, then that is called as DC amplifier, which is used to amplify the lower level frequency signal. Second one is the audio frequency amplifier. This is the amplifier that is used to amplify the audio frequency signal, that is in between 10 Hz to 20 kHz. Next one is RF amplifier. It is going to amplify the radio frequency signal about 20 kHz. All these signals are amplified by means of an RF amplifier. These are the three types. This classification is going to depend upon the output frequency. The next one is based on the stages. How many stages are present in the amplifier? Accordingly, there are two types. One is a single stage amplifier and second one is a multi-stage amplifier. If amplifier contains only one stage, then it is called as single stage amplifier. If amplifier contains more than one stage, these are called as multi-stage amplifier. Next type of amplifier is classified depends upon the coupling methods. How different stages of amplifiers are going to be connected with each other, coupled with each other. So that is going to decide the classification of amplifier into three types. One is a direct coupled amplifier. If no coupling network is used to connect two stages with each other, then it is called as a direct coupled amplifier. If one stage is coupled with the other stage by the combination of resistance and capacitor, then it is called as RC coupled amplifier. And if transformer is used to couple output of one stage of amplifier as an input to the next stage of amplifier, it is called as a TC coupled amplifier. Friends, this is how we can classify the amplifier into the different categories. Dear students, today just we have introduced the topic of transistor as an amplifier. Then we have studied the basic action of amplifier, and after completing how to proceed with our lecture plan, and then we have studied how the amplifiers are classified into different types depends upon the various factors, where we have covered some 7 to 8 types of classification of amplifiers. Friends, today we'll stop here only. Rest we'll see it in the next time.